outside, and my parents would be like, "Why is he bowing at shit? Why is he bowing
Yeah,
at like the
because
trees?"
you have to
and,
act it out while you're writing
See,
it.
you get it.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I do it all the time.
Puppers, welcome back to some more of A Hat in Time. And away we go!
And away we go.
And that's the way the news goes.
I'm excited for a new Rick and Morty.
500 years, Morty! 500 years! I don't know. After watching Ghostbusters Afterlife, I just have one feeling in the pit of my soul.
What?
Please wait until after I die to remake Back to the Future. I have no interest. I'm like I mentioned in the video,
gonna happen.
I'm having a nostalgia relapse right now to where all these nostalgic throwbacks, I'm just like, I'm done. I need a new story. I need just something just wrong enough, or just something.
I want something fresh. I don't want a remake.
Fresh. I want I've said this before, a Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
So Shovel Knight was a video game that harkened back to the days of old, the old video games, like the NES. It has the NES graphics. But it's an original concept. It's a knight with a shovel, and he's trying to save his friend and take down the Knights of No Quarter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, it has its own lore, it has its own personality, it has its own style. It's its own thing. But it's not 100% different. I mean, there's moves that I'm just like, I feel like that was from Mega Man. But they're so subtle, it doesn't overlap its own thing, its own idea. And I mean, look at A Hat in Time.
Yeah.
That's its own thing. Sure, there's some abilities here that Mario has used before and some...
Sometimes I feel like it's really challenging, though, in this type of game to not use something another game has used.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when it comes
a double
to
jump
physics
or
or
a dash.
That's why
how do you not use that?
Exactly.
So even though something has been coined, it's not like I don't ever want to watch another movie about witches and wizards just because, Harry Potter did it.
Right.
I just just like you said with Shovel Knight, I just want an original idea. Granted, I really have enjoyed some of the redos, I guess. I really liked Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and I didn't hate it. It wasn't the biggest offender of the nostalgia. But it made me realize that it's just too often, too many at one time.
Yeah. But even
too much.
Things that are new to me that I didn't go through in childhood, so they don't necessarily have a nostalgia value for me.
That's a good point.
For example, watching the Phantom Tollbooth. So you guys will see a Beyond the Book coming soon here. By the time this video comes out, just something that I experienced as an adult that you actually experienced as a child.
Yeah.
So it's and in my head I'm like, oh man, that would be a really cool show, because so much happens in the book that they just couldn't fit in the movie, whether it was time, funding, animation, animation.
How that entire movie was done 20 years before I was even a thought.
Oh yeah, so it's just a really, really neat idea, and that would technically be considered nostalgia baiting, even though it's not nostalgia from me. So it's just kind of
I get you.
That idea. But I really do crave something just new and not the same story.
Maybe if it was just, I don't know. I feel like it was just more sparse growing up, where it was hey, this thing has a sequel, and then there's something original. But again, I could just be remembering things wrong.
Well, I think we're always going to have, the remakes and redos, because even movies that we watch that are new to us are remakes of things that our parents or our grandparents watched.
Well, I mean, The Thing.
Yeah, The Thing,
that's a remake.
Last House on the Left, a ton of horror movies, are just remakes with better graphics, better actors, better, filming techniques, because the advancement in technology. But I don't know. I feel like it's too soon for some things.
Again, maybe this is just a phase for me. Maybe I just like all harmful substance addictions, I just need some time away from it to not have so much resentment.
Well, I just
built around
genuinely
it.
think we've reached the point where we are old.
Yeah, we've talked about
you
this
know,
before.
like I hear music that, because a lot of my coworkers are very young. They're in high school, this is their first job,
Yeah.
and they'll play music after we close or right before we open, and I'm like, this is trash. like, what are you kids listening to, man? Like,
I tune out a lot of the music that plays at our store to the point where it's just like, hey, if there's any profanities catching, I'm just like, I just tune it out, to be honest.
yeah.
If it's a song I like, I go, okay, cool. But for the most part, I'm just like,
Yeah, like, I am very much aware that I have reached
a new remix. I'll take that.
old person status.
Yeah.
I complain about the clothes.
The clothes.
It's not so much for boys, but I tried to go shopping a few weeks ago, just, see what's out there. It's been a while since I've gone shopping, so.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where's the rest of all the shirts? Everything is a crop top.
Interesting.
Like, trying to find a full shirt that is not designed for nanas.
In November.
Well, this was a little bit ago.
Okay.
But, like, everything is a crop top. Crop top hoodies, crop top sweaters, crop top t-shirts. I'm like, where's the bottom half? I would like both pieces of the shirt, please. I'm like, these kids in their crop tops.
How odd.
Like,
Kids these days.
yeah, I'm just like, I don't want to wear a crop top.
I'm becoming
So-
a boomer.
I know. Well, like, because I'll be like, okay, am I in, like, the teen section? Because that happens sometimes. You're, like, wandering around the teen section, and they're like, oh, no, ladies is over here.
Yep.
And it's like, so you go over to ladies, and they have, like, knit sweaters with little flowers on them, like the grandma flowers, though.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, huh? Or, like, rhinestones is a big one. They'll have, like, T-shirts with the rhinestones on it. I'm like, nah.
Ah!
I can't go there yet. Like, I'm not ready.
Too soon, too soon.
I'm not ready for the rhinestone T-shirts.
Oh my goodness.
So it's just like one extreme or the other, and I'm like, wow, I'm just fucking old. Because I
don't belong.
can't do the crop top, but I'm not ready for the rhinestones.
When you're 30 and you don't belong in either category.
Yeah.
Too young to be old, too old to be young.
That was like your dad at Thanksgiving when I was like, yeah, we've reached old status. And he was like, no, you're fine. And then you're like, yeah, I can't eat broccoli. It doesn't agree with me. And I'm like, yeah, I can't really have this. I had a gallbladder attack the other day. And he's like, oh my God, what happened to you?
I'm like, Dad, I love her, but as soon as I moved in, I got old. My mind was like, we could stay here for a while. And my bones were like, yay!
Your bones were like, well, we're going to have to because we can't go nowhere else.
Just wake up from that mattress and my back goes, oof.
See, I don't know if it's the mattress because, like, it's still a new mattress. But, like, both of us just wake up sore.
Lately, it's just been my neck.
Maybe it's just time for new pillows.
Maybe. How old are the pillows?
They're like a year old.
Maybe I'm just sleeping on. Maybe we just need to stop letting the animals sleep with us.
Oh, see, to
Or on
me,
top of us.
see, and I'm okay with that. I am perfectly okay if it, because Wesker doesn't sleep on the bed anymore.
No.
But, like, if the cats are in the way,
Yeah.
the difference is I will kick a cat off the bed. Like, I mean, not, like,
that.
rudely, but if I need to shift, if I'm sore and I need to shift and there's
Yeah.
a cat laying on me, I'm going to shift.
Okay.
Like, the cat will readjust. They'll either jump down and come back up, or they'll adjust as I adjust.
Okay.
You completely avoid cat.
Yes.
Because I'll, like, go to, like, stretch my leg out, and I'll be like, what is that? And it's your legs, and I'm like, am I in the middle of the bed? And then I look, and I'm like, no, I'm on the edge. Like, I'm on my edge, and you're just catty corner, and Milo's in the other corner, and I'm
Yes.
like, avoiding?
Yeah, I can't touch the cat.
So, but if you need to, like, kick a cat off the bed, man, do it. Like,
By all
they,
means, kick a cat.
I mean, gently, don't Spartan kick them. You can move them from your presence. I know. I just picture you Spartan kicking a cat through the
Easy,
window.
Seabiscuit.
Like, oh my god. We have discovered that Luna
Oh my god.
is beating the shit out of the other cats when she's hungry and the food bowls are empty.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to get her to lose weight. She is steadily becoming more round.
Yes.
So I haven't been filling them as promptly. You know,
Yeah, she's staying in shape.
you know-
Round is a shape.
round is a shape. I just
But-
don't want her to get like kitty diabetes.
Understood.
Oh
boy.
But
Excuse me.
she
Ugh.
slapped Milo so hard today, he skidded across the floor. And I was so upset.
Darn.
So upset I filled the food bowls.
So upset you filled the food bowls. What else can you do?
I was like, I mean, I can't just let her keep slapping him around. He's old.
I'll have my food one way or another.
I know.
Uh-oh. Okay. Interesting.
So if anyone has ever put their cat on a diet, can you comment below how you did it? Because I'm struggling.
What is your secret? What can you tell us?
I mean, if she like,
Ooh, another remix.
if she like
Yes,
functioned on a
indeed.
harness well, I
Okay.
would like take her for walks.
Okay.
But she just lays down.
Right.
She doesn't like the harness.
Oh, wow.
When I would take her out, she went in a carrier. Or I put the
Interesting.
harness and her vest on and I carried her.
So you never walked her?
Yeah, she didn't walk.
Okay, she just...
Yeah. She like you put it on and she just lays down.
Is it like pinching
Kind
a
of-
nerve that makes her unable to
No,
move,
no,
or-
it's very common with cats. They just won't walk. It's kind
Okay.
of like, do you remember when we put Vixie's winter coat on her for the first time?
Yes.
And she just like flopped?
Yep.
That's what she does.
Aww. Baby, baby.
Ooh, baby, baby. It's getting to be winter coat season for Wesker.
Yes, it is.
I'm so excited to hear his little tail slap against the coat. Oh, it's so cute.
That is a very pleasing sound.
It is so
I
cute.
feel shake and then his tail will go.
Oh, it's adorable. It's probably the cutest sound I've ever heard. Most women my age are like, "Aw, babies, oh, baby laughter," and I'm like, "Aw, Wesker's tail slapping his coat." Like,
We'll
that
have
is
to
the equivalent of
implement
babies
that into
laughing.
a video in Pupcorn somehow, some way.
I know. Wait until Alyssa has her baby, and then just kind of borrow it.
Borrow the baby?
Yeah, do a video about like all of the female friends being like, "Oh, there's a baby," and then just me with the dogs, like, "Oh my God, their tails!"
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
No, you can keep it. It's like what I told that customer when his kid was just like playing with the cases, and I'm just like, "Can I help you with anything?" He's just like, "Can you get this kid off my hands? Take him somewhere." I'm like, "Take him where? The shelter?" Because like I was establishing, I don't want the damn kid, and if you don't want him, we'll find a way to get rid of him.
There's a meme that I absolutely adore, and it's like the only proper response to someone handing you a baby is, "No, thank you, I already ate."
I like that.
Gently sets baby on ground. "No, thank you, I already ate."
I'll have to dust that one off next time. Keep that in case of emergency break glass.
See, I think that's one thing that like you're very lucky being male.
Go on.
Whenever I did door to door, the amount of people that would just hand me an infant and go back into their house to get their bill, and I'm just standing on their porch with a child that's not mine, was absurd.
Yikes.
Like, more often than not. Because, like, of course, you want to be nice. Like, you're trying to make a sale. So you're like, "Oh, you know, what's the little one's name?" And they're like, "Oh, it's Juliet." And they're like, "Oh, sure, here, just take her." And I'm like, "Oh my God, I don't know what to do."
I'm known to hiss at kids when they show up in my aisle without any parent. Because I'm
Like-
wearing a mask, they can't prove anything.
Oh, no,
I just
I'm
go,
talking not like toddlers or children. I'm talking
Babies.
babies. Like swaddled babies.
Oh, see, those are usually in a stroller.
Where it's like, okay,
So I'm just
cradle
like-
the head because this is new. Like, it still smells like uterus. Like, please don't do that. Don't hand your babies to strangers. Like, just take it with you. Like, I mean, I would rather have to hold the baby than someone leaving a toddler with me and having a toddler like run away and be like, I don't know what to do. It's not mine. Like, do I follow it? Because then you run into a weird situation of you are a stranger running after a small child.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely something to account for.
Oh my god, we used to have to yell at my mom about that all the time. Small, like, toddlers and children would always walk up to her in stores.
Oh dear.
And, like, put their arms up. And she would pick them up. Because my mom loved kids. And I'm like, Mom, you can't do that. People are going to think you're trying to take them. Like...
Feed me Seymour. Feed me all night long.
I think a little bit about my personality. I think I told you this story. When I still worked at the craft store, I was in my department, you know, cleaning, and I like felt this little tiny hand grab my hand.
Oh, I remember the story.
And I like looked down. I was surprised, and she like looked up at me, and she was like, "You're not my mom," and I'm like, "You're not my kid." And she was like, just staring at me. I'm like, "Do you want me to help you find your mom?" And she was like, "Yeah." I was just like, this is so weird. And she didn't let me go, so I'm just like walking with a dead fish hand and a child trying to find its owner. Like,
I'd be saying ew, 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 ew as I walk.
like
Ew, ew, ew.
I can handle kids in small doses.
There's moments where I'm just like,
I mean, that'll be it for me for the day. Like,
I can
if I
bond for a bit.
yeah,
But
like
for the most part, I'm
like when we would go over to like friend's house and the kids are there, like after that I'm done. Like, don't expect anything from me for the rest of the day. Because I am wiped out.
all right. The time rift for the Alpine Skyline. Now let's find the secret behind the Alpine Skyline, its backstory, by collecting the pictures. Scooby-Doo-Doo-da-da-da-doo. Oh my goodness. I hum so much that, like, everyone where I work thinks I'm humming, like, Chocolate Rain. Which is, like, a very popular YouTube song, I want to say, like, way back in 2012?
I like recall hearing about it, but
Chocolate rain. Some stay dry and others feel the pain. That one. It was sung by Tay Zonde, who had like a very deep voice. And he did like quite a few covers. He does You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch.
Oh.
Misty Mountains Cold from The Hobbit. A lot of like very deep songs. I think he did Be Prepared. But like his original song was Chocolate Rain. And it became an internet sensation. I don't know what he does now. I don't think he's released any albums, but I could be wrong.
I mostly sing cartoon songs at work. And people are like, what are you doing? I'm like, you remember that one song from Cat Dog? And they're like, what?
One fine day with a wolf and a purr, baby was born in a cause little story.
Oh no, it's a different one.
No free-eyed frog.
It's whenever
There's more than one song
yes,
in that
it's
show.
whenever they get separated, where it's like my life would be better if I like wasn't attached to you. So they go into like what would it be like if they were like one cat and one dog instead of a cat dog.
Didn't the dragons sing that in Quest for Camelot?
Yeah, it's a similar idea.
Essentially.
It's a lot sadder though.
Go
and
on.
like dog is a hobo.
Oh.
And he sees the house that he normally would live in. And he sings, he sings the song, one day, maybe I'll have a home shaped like a fish, or maybe a bone.
Okay.
So I'll sing that sometimes. People are like, what are you doing? And my answer always starts the same way. Do you remember that song from? And they're like, oh, Lord.
I either hum, I whistle, or like, to prevent myself from either swearing or saying something I shouldn't at the job, I'll be like, Scooby-Doo-Doo-Doo. I'll just start scatting.
I am very often
Scooby-Doo-Doo.
singing a cartoon song.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo-Doo-Doo. Scooby-Doo.
A cartoon song, or I'm like writing dialogue in my head. and my face reflects that, and they're like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I was writing an argument, but I was playing both sides with my face.
I'd write scripts a lot while I'd walk outside, and my parents would be like, why is he bowing at shit? Why is he bowing at, like, the
because
trees?
you have to,
like,
act it out while you're writing
See,
it.
you get it.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I do it all the time. I do that while I read books, too. If I'm reading a book.
My parents like, what's his issue? And my teachers would be like, slip him some Ritalin.
But I do the same thing when I'm reading a book. If I, like, really like the book, I turn it into a movie in my head.
Okay.
So I have, like, what would their face be doing at this point?
Okay.
You know? Yeah. No, I get it. So unless we're both messed up.
I did it running around a lot as a kid,
Yeah.
and, like, I adapted it to, like, walking the dog, and I'll play out scenes that I want to write and be like, how's the emotion of the character? How's it going to play out? And, like, to me, like, I'm in the moment.
Oh, yeah.
But to the outsider, it's just like, Billy, stay away.
Yeah. You see moms, like, hugging their kids a little tighter. But no, I do the same exact thing. I'll, like, write dialogue, but my face is reflecting whatever I'm writing in my head.
So those are those moments.
Yeah.
Because I've seen those, like, where you're just not there.
Oh, yeah, I'm writing.
It's just like, that's fine. I do the same thing.
It's more, for me, it's more or less like my face. That,
Do you do it while you sit up in bed?
yeah.
I thought so. Because, like, I'd say that's where I see the face most often, because I don't see it in the office because you're face the other way.
Yeah, our desks are opposite ends. Oh, no, I do it all the time. While I'm cooking. That's a big one.
You're just thinking
I'm
of
like
a song, and you're like,
Writing, like, fantasy
I
stories
don't remember
while I'm
things
cooking.
burning in the fantasy story. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, dear. So, chicken nuggets. But yeah, I do it a lot at work. Just like if it's slow or I'm on a task
yeah.
that doesn't require me to like be helping people.
See, it's the worst because, like, I look like I'm just staring at a case. And it's just like, hey, shouldn't you be doing rounds? I'm like, oops. Sorry, just kind of spaced out because I got an idea and then I just found myself, like, staring.
Oh, the best though is when I'm writing something sad and I accidentally start to like tear up.
Ha! See, I don't do that yet.
Yeah.
I'll do that if I have, like, musical accompaniment. So, like, if I'm listening to music and, like, I have an idea with the music, then emotions will be evoked.
Oh no, I get like really emotional when I'm writing in my head.
Oh, wow.
It's just translating that emotion correctly.
Yeah?
So,
Oops.
which I'm getting better at. I think that it's just like the more that I read, the more I'm able to see how authors that I want to write like are doing that.
Oh, cool.
Like different, it's the same thing you do when you're playing a game. You're like,
Yeah.
how do they do that? And then you figure it out and you're like, oh.
Aha.
So and you can utilize those things that you learn from just playing the game itself.
Yep.
So it's the same with me. I read a shit ton of books and then it's just like, oh, that's how you make that kind of character.
Right.
So, and you start to see like patterns develop on, you know, how writers that you want to emulate are writing. And then you can kind of like,
I get the feeling nothing of
Copy.
importance is up here.
I think it's just lava.
Just a big old plop of lava.
It's just molten hot magma.
Can I ride it? Like, it looks like it's about to spout.
It looks like it's about to slide off. Will she get burned?
Most likely. But, like, I'm wondering, like, it goes so high, why else would it be there?
Aesthetic.
Because I need 2 more pictures. Just 2 more pictures, and I can clear this level.
I mean, does the camera go up, do you think? Oh, you're already down farther. Yeah.
Or, yeah, let's risk it for the biscuit. So we got that. Get a load of this place. Oh, okay. So this is like a variation of the birdhouse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the last one was a variation of the lava cake.
I don't think I've ever understood lava cakes. Like, all the recipes that I see for a lava cake is just an underbaked cake.
Okay.
Like, that's what makes it lava.
Oh.
The outside is solid, it's baked, but the inside is not fully baked. and it's runny.
Honestly, I didn't even think that was an actual thing. I thought it was just a funny level aesthetic. It's like, wow, all this lava stacking, it looks like a cake. We'll call it the lava cake.
Oh no, like a lava cake's an actual thing.
Huh.
Lava cake.
Is it on that British bakery show you watch?
They have done some lava cakes. Yeah.
That looks delicious.
Oh my god, they are. They are delicious.
How would you know?
Because they make other ones that aren't chocolate. Like, I've had caramel lava cakes. Are really good.
Okay. God. When you said caramel, that reminded me that I took the caramel for
I know. We went to Thanksgiving over at his parents' house.
Yep.
And I made 3 different pies. And I made, like, homemade caramel and whipped cream and, you know, all that jazz. And it's like, you brought home the entire thing of caramel and no pie.
Yep.
So now I'm like, okay, well, what are we going to do with this whole thing of caramel with no pie to put it on?
You said that, and I was just like, dang it. Like, really?
I know. I was thinking about making, like, mini cheesecakes because I bought too much cream cheese.
Okay.
So I was like, maybe I'll just make, like, a couple mini cheesecakes.
The little snackums?
Yeah,
I'd be game
like
with
personal
that.
sized cheesecakes.
Because, like, you know my parents. They're just like, oh, take some of this and take some of that and some more of this. Like, they always give us, like, bins of
I
things
know.
to take home. And I'm just like, you realize I just have a little car,
See, though,
right?
my thing is, like, anytime your dad wants to get rid of wedding soup, his wedding soup is so good. Like,
Game on.
I will gladly take some wedding soup.
Well, he wanted me to take ingredients for, like, a really good turkey sandwich. Did you have that turkey sandwich?
Yeah, we both did. I made the wraps where it had, like, the gravy and the mashed potatoes and, like, the
okay.
turkey, and I put some of the cranberry sauce
So
on
you
it.
turned the turkey sandwich into a wrap.
Yeah.
Those,
But I
like,
did have a turkey sandwich
Thanksgiving
today
wraps.
for dinner.
Nice.
That's what I had. I had a turkey sandwich.
Oh, cool.
With some Colby Jack cheese.
Yummy, yummy.
Yum.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. I got love in my tummy and I feel like loving you. It's an actual song.
Oh, I know.
It's what they called the bubblegum hits. Those are like classics from, I think,
Yeah.
like the 60s and stuff. Love you such a sweet thing, good enough to do anything. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. Another one is Billy, Don't Be a Hero. Billy, don't be a hero. Don't be a fool with your life. My sister
yeah.
had like a
Yeah.
whole CD full of
Okay.
like bubblegum hits. And then my mom got too into them, and my sister's like, that's enough of that. My sister was the guy that would just be like, oh, this is great. My mom's like, I love it. My sister would be like, yeah, this is silly.
Should be like, oh, never mind.
And ruined.
Aw.
Anything from like a song to like a fashion. She'd get all upset, like throw it in the trash, be like,
Aw. I don't know,
so,
like,
so much for that.
I was kind of like that to a point. Like, my dad listened to a lot of country, but I don't like country. I still don't like country. But I did discover through him that I do like Garth Brooks.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's hardcore country.
No, like, my mom also listened to country. Like,
Oh.
I don't like modern country.
Okay. Well, modern country, it's different from the old country.
Yeah. Old country I'm okay with, but it's just kind of like,
Still like that old time rock and roll?
yeah.
There you go. All right. So I'm thinking in the next part, we're going to grab that last picture because I just have one more. I'm going to cheat, look it up, and we'll be back. Sound good? I don't give a damn. I'm not just going to waste minutes just lurking around wondering where the hell this last piece is. See you next part.
Toodles.